Beautiful tribe. This is a channeling where the rainbow grandmothers and possibly other guides are transmitting healing and wisdom and activation to help our heart centers ascend and assimilate at this time. And it's a series. This is the first one. It is on the theme of innocence. And I looked up the theme of innocence. I looked up the root meaning of the word innocence. And the pi root of this word is not death. And so that means that innocence really is how we become infinite in physical form. It is how the cycle begins again. I'm sure the rainbow grandmothers are going to talk about this in relevance to the activations and transmission that is about to happen. And my advice is receive, experience, be in the brilliance of your imagination so that you can connect to the grandmothers and the heart and enjoy. And so when you are ready, closing your eyes, experiencing source light coming into this time and this space, instantly raising your vibration as you become aware of us, a circle of rainbow grandmothers, the ancient grandmothers who come from the very beginning and return at every beginning. You can see us in your mind's eye, with very wrinkly faces and hair that is made of light, standing around you now. And more importantly, you can feel us sending energy into the center of your sacred heart. And one of us steps forward now into your personal field, standing behind you. And placing a hand on your heart. And we ask you to notice the effect of hand on heart. As this beloved grandmother holds inside of your heart a flame of pure white light that reignites your sense of innocence. And as this reigniting is occurring, we speak to you about the importance of remembering and returning to your innocence. For you are personally and collectively at the end of a karmic cycle. And the ultimate completion of karma is the return to innocence. We say to you that all of these new frequencies, new codes, new Akashic records, new energies that are being transmitted by your star brothers and sisters and the higher realms of light, and indeed by the blue star 3-eye Atlas. All of this new is coming in through the vibration of innocence, for everything begins in innocence. And in order for you to receive all that is being transmitted, in order for you to be shaped by all of this new, it is necessary for you to come into resonance. And therefore recognize your own innocence. We say to you that in the great cycling of the creation of life and beyond, in the cycling of life and death and cosmos, the return to innocence is the beginning again. That which causes an ending to become a beginning. That which in many ways defies death, even in the process of an ending. It is your right to innocence that is evidence of your sentient nature. And being in meditation with your own innocence is at this time one of the fastest ways to accelerate your ascension process and evolve your consciousness. For you see that your personality self, or the self of the old timeline, is not the part of you that is able to receive and understand the new timeline self. For this part of you is rooted and orientated around a concept that is not innocence. This part of you is not able to process or integrate the new version of your reality that is being crafted through your sun star light that shines on to the DNA of all of life. But when you come into awareness, of your own innocence, the resistance of your past self is no longer present. We repeat again that everything begins in innocence. The love that will create the new earth begins in the place of innocence within your heart. And every time you choose to actively remember your own innocence, to connect to the pure white sparkle of light that is being initiated by the grandmother hand that is holding you, that is holding your heart. Every time you do something because you are innocent, every time you receive because you are innocent, every time you rest in your own innocence, You are allowing your heart to open up to the infinite possibilities. You are bringing your heart into the field of potential. And it is this place, this heart state, that allows you to be encoded with the ways and the wisdoms and powers of the new earth. And we are blowing smoke through your energy fields now, clearing the miasm, the stories that you are carrying as evidence of not being innocent. We invite you to not perceive innocence from that Piscean viewpoint. Of judgment of good and bad and right and wrong and black and white. But rather to perceive innocence as the willingness to begin again, the choice not to die, but rather to reincarnate, be reborn, renew, to change. To unknow thyself. The willingness to stop believing in the evidence of the past. To transcend the identity. The fixed state. We say to the beloved, to the divine, to your ancestors and elders, including the trees and stones and animals. You are seen and loved in your innocence. The misuse of your power is seen as the learning to hold and be responsible for your power. And all of the kingdoms of life and cosmos are delighting in supporting your return to innocence. And you will notice that as we speak and hold your heart, there is a sensation of inner expansion occurring. And this is the role of innocence, to expand from inside of you, transcending the current state. And returning ultimately to the remembrance of source. We say that those of you that wish to cultivate more innocence and call upon the grandmothers anytime. For our role in every beginning is to assist the return to innocence. It is the alchemical process of the love of the universe. And the placing of our hand upon your heart, the visualization of this. Is an instantaneous igniting of your right to innocence, your right to return to innocence. Because it is this return that keeps the universe evolving. And you can visualize this and simultaneously look into an actual candle flame for 22 minutes. And this visual and mindful meditation where you are looking into the light inside and outside of yourself. Will help to stabilize the spark of innocence in your heart. This practice is particularly powerful under a full moon. And we would say that it is absolutely revolutionary to do it in the coming months, when there is such astrological support for the completion of your collective karma. We will say to you that to accompany this, our advice is at least once a day Do something because you are innocent. Choosing to have this intent before an action. Receive something because you are innocent. Having this intent before a manifestation. And rest because you are innocent. We invite you to do this. As you go about your days for several reasons. One, because so much of what has kept you out of alignment is because of the other reasons to do. How many times have you done something because of guilt or shame or fear? And is it not time to rebalance all of that and start doing because of innocence? This is how you shift yourself out of karma into reward. It is how you bring yourself into completion and realignment. And every intent, action, experience that happens because of innocence does not happen in the matrix, it happens in the field of nature. Because your nature is innocent. When you do because of innocence, you bring the divine into what you do. When you receive because of innocence, there is no contraction or resistance or restriction in your receptivity. You receive fully and freely as you were always meant to. And when you rest because of innocence, you are living, being loved, simply because you exist. As the grandmother that is standing with you removes her hand from your heart now, we invite you to take 3 enlivening breaths. And notice how this transmission and activation and healing has shifted your heart state. We send you so much love because you are innocent. May the knowing of your own innocence be your liberation. As the rainbow grandmothers dissipate, take a few breaths to connect to the earth. Grounding in. Noticing if your heart feels newer or freer or lighter. And if it does, committing to this return to innocence practice.